Hi everybody, hello, hello. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. It's your girl Ariel, she's back. Hello, hello, hello everybody. We are going to be doing a little Pride happy hour here on the Fox TV Instagram. Remember, this is a all positivity. This is a no hate zone. So if you guys don't want to hear about some amazing Pride organizations or some interviews, go ahead and click off if you want to hear about it. This is a just a very fun little Instagram happy hour. We're going to make some cocktails and do some amazing interviews. So hello, hello. We'll let everybody kind of spill in. Look like the only floral womana. Hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello Italy. Hi. And again, remember today, let me turn down this, my chill girl vibes music today. Hello, hello, Clarice. You see what I did there? Hello, Clarice. Hello, Rahan. Tarlos Fever. Hello, everybody. Again, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ariel Versace. You may have seen me on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11. I'm going to go ahead and link everything down here that we're doing. One secante. This is our Pride happy hour. How's everybody doing? They having a good old Thursday Pride happy hour with Michelle. I'm gonna put that right there. We're gonna let everybody spill in. So before we start, as you guys can see, we are gonna be doing a little fundraiser today for an amazing organization called Glisten. And I told you guys about this last week. Was it last week? I don't know how many. Hello, Nicola. I don't know how many days ago it was. But anyway, we're gonna talk about Glisten really fast. And of course, if you guys would like to donate to this organization, after I tell you about it, of course, because let's talk about it a little bit first. The button is right down there. You can view it. And of course, we're gonna be interviewing Ronen today from 911 Lone Star. Hold on. Where's my paper? All right, so this is a little bit about the Glisten organization if you guys would like to donate. So here we go. For 30 years, Glisten has worked to create safe and affirming schools for all K-12 students, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. No young person should have to choose between their well-being and their education, which is very, very true. Glisten partners with students, schools, educators, system leaders, and communities in reducing victimization of LGBTQ+ youth and setting the course for a safer and more equitable future. Glisten has contributed to measurable improvements in the lives of LGBTQ+ students by combining advocacy, research, program development, and public education efforts at the national level with local action driven by student advocates, their partnership with thousands of K-12 educators, and their network of local volunteer-led Glisten chapters. So again, as I'm telling you guys about this is just a great organization that we are partnering with this Pride season. So if you guys would like to donate, of course, this is going towards LGBT youth. That would be amazing. Anything helps. We know 2020 was a rough year, but we're hoping 2021, a little bit better. And the last part is they moved the needle, but not yet enough. Over 40 Glisten chapters across the country are doing their work in states, cities, and towns. After the National Student Council advised Glisten programming campaigns offer valuable insight to Glisten staff and board of directors and share their stories with leaders in the LGBTQ+ movement, from policymakers to media to donors. Their role as experts of their experiences brings depth and breadth into the Glisten student work to create inclusive K-12 schools for LGBTQIA+ students and staff. Just a big tongue twister, right? So again, I will repeat all the information about Glisten after our interview today with Ronen, but I hope you guys learned a little bit. And yes, this is printed on the back of an Amazon thing, okay? It was just Prime Day, okay? All right, so before we start, of course, this would not be a little Pride event without an Instagram happy hour. So I thought, because I know that we all have a little bit of a crush on today's interviewee, as well as last week. So I thought we could make a good old orange crush today. Now, if y'all don't know what an orange crush is, they're good for the beach. They're good for the poolside. I was just out by the pool in a little bikini. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a glass of ice. We're going to fill it up off camera because I don't know what's permitted. But, you know, we're doing a happy hour. We're going to do 2 shots of vodka. And then, of course, for our orange crush, you can add fresh oranges, or you can be like me and get low-acid Tropicana. Yes! So that is the poison I've picked for today. I also just realized I have forgotten a straw. But you know what? That is okay because we are what? Saving the turtles today on this good old Thursday. So cheers. I hope you guys are excited for our interview. Yes, thank you everybody so far. Thank you for your donations. Everything again is much appreciated. Hashtag Tarlos, hashtag Glisten, hashtag Save the Turtles. I'm gonna turn this down. All right, we're getting everybody in here. Of course, in the comment section, let me know if anybody is sipping on anything. Is everybody having a fantastic Thursday? Is today Thursday? Yes, it is. How's everybody's Thursday doing? If you're having a good old... Yes, it's orange juice. Orange juice and vodka. Yeah, period. No straws needed. Guys, give some hearts if you're having a little cocktail, you know? Low... I know, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just saw it. Low acid OJ. Not gonna get heartburn from this one, Mary. Let's try it. You had some water. Good. It's good to stay hydrated. Pretty gold. On a cucumber martini. That sounds wonderful. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed last week's interview with Raphael. And of course, you guys are excited tonight with Ronen. I got glittery just for the occasion. They don't let me explore any fun filters, so you're getting Au Natural Gal Gadot today. Nearly sleep time, no drinkies, but chocolate cookie. I mean, that's honestly the way to go. And if you guys are just joining us, remember, we are having our fundraiser for Glisten, so please, anything helps. You can do donations to Glisten. We got about, we're going to let one more minute roll by, and then we're going to start our interviews today. Hope you guys are excited. Coffee, it's midnight over there. Damn. Well, if you missed last week's, you can actually catch it. We did post it on the Fox TV. It's in the feed. Just scroll down a little bit. Thank you to our 3 donations so far. He was the Man Crush Monday every day. But today's going to be even better. Isn't that crazy? All right, guys, like I said, one more minute, and then we are going to start our interviews. We're going to let everyone rolling in. Hope you guys all have your beverage. I see Tony has some whiskey. Oh, you guys like these earrings? They're actually by a brand called I Still Love You New York, Isley, and which is doing a lot of also amazing fundraising right now for the LGBT community, so make sure you check them out. Yes, today's live will be posted as well. I'm gonna need this this vodka OJ because today I actually had a little minor surgery. I had to get a quasi maybe suspicious looking mole removed, and I have you know, cancer in my family. So we got that done today. We're having amazing interviews. We're beating cancer, and we are donating to Glisten, all those things, and we are returning things to Amazon. Hello everyone. Hello, hello. All right, we are gonna go ahead and we are gonna start our interview. Let's get Ronen in here. I don't know where it's going to place. It's going to split the screen. Did it work? Let me see. Send. Oh, there we go. It worked. Hello, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Let me readjust this camera. There we go. How are you, my love? Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us. Now, if you guys did not know, we play TK Strand on 911 Lone Star. Yes, everybody let's heart it up. Everybody say hello to our guest. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
I got very shimmery for you today for the occasion. What do you think?
You're drinking Orange Crush?
Yeah, I'm having Orange Crush today. What are you doing?
Having a good old-fashioned beer. So cheers to you.
Oh, cheers. Hold on. Yes.
Thank you.
Everybody, cheers. Cheers. I hope you are having a good old Thursday. We just missed Hump Day, but, you know, it's Pride Month, so every day, I was going to say every day's Hump Day, but, you know. All right. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions regarding, you know, your experiences on the show and Pride Month and just, you know, all over Fun Gigorama. So I'm going to start you with your first question. Now remind you, this is a load. Some of these are loaded questions, so prepare yourself. Think about it a little bit. So your first question is, in your words, what does pride mean to you? Hold on, can you guys see me? Are we frozen a bit? Is it frozen? Are we Frosiana? Let me see. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let's try to reconnect.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
Can you see me?
Let me see.
Can you see me?
I can see a frozen you, but I can hear you.
Oh no. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get back in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. All right, we're gonna try again. Everybody, hang tight with us. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Let's try this again. We're gonna let him. I'm gonna send the invite. Fingers crossed. Technology, you guys. All right, we got it. I think. Cool.
Yes.
All right, we were a little re-cheers. Yes. All right, now we're going to go back. Like I said, I'm going to ask you some questions about pride and the show and all that good stuff. So the first question, like I said, in your own words, what does pride mean to you?
Well, pride has a quite a different meaning for me this specific time. It's my first time being out. It's my first time being out with the world. And, you know, I've been, cheers.
We cheers, right?
I've definitely been.
Well, then from me to you, happy Pride. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Happy Pride to you. And you know, I've been fully embraced and, you know, it's been nothing but love and support. And I didn't expect anything less from the fan base. And, you know, surprisingly, my closest friends and family have been really supportive. So it's been a really magical time. And, you know, getting to sort of learn the history of Pride and why we are celebrating Pride and how it even got to this point. I think that's something really important to me is, you know, celebrating the people that paved the way for us to be able to do something like this and for us to be, you know, pretty free right now.
Yep.
Not everywhere, but, you know, in some places we are pretty free, especially, you know, California. It's a very open-minded state, so we're very lucky to be here. And it's also, I think, celebrating all of the work that we have yet to do and that we want to do and we want to get to. And I think it's a culmination of all of that, of, you know, the past, the present, and the future. And it's you know, it's a really beautiful celebration, and I just want people to celebrate it every month, you know, every day,
right, right,
every year, you know. And we have so much work to do, but we should definitely celebrate all the progress that we've made so far.
Yeah. I mean, like I said all the time, I mean, Pride really is about celebration. It's being yourself authentically. And, you know, it's not just, I think that, you know, it's nice that we do have Pride Month, but I think that it's always important, you know, especially for, you know, especially the two of us where, like, we obviously in the public eye, it's always important to be your authentic self because, you know, it's Pride Month is inspiring. It's all about inspiration, inspiring others, not only that aren't out in the community yet, but people that want to be, you know. So I think that Pride definitely is, like, all about visibility, inspiration, all of that.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to our next question. Thank you. So when you started your career, how was the industry in relation to the LGBT community?
Oh, man. So when I started my career, I was around 17, 18 years old. So, yeah, I wasn't very savvy with that part of the industry yet. And
for sure,
you know, I think I just started hearing about, like, Ryan Murphy projects, but I wasn't really immersed into it yet. And just this whole industry was so new to me that I think the inclusivity of the industry was so foreign to me, you know, and I didn't know about it was. So I didn't have much experience with it at all in the beginning of my career, especially because everything was so new to me, you know, and my own feelings and my own sort of everything happening inside of my body and inside of my mind was so new to me too that I didn't really know what to do with it or who to talk to about it. So everything was so foreign to me, and yeah, it was way too new for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, thank you. That was very, very, very honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now, next question is, what has been one of your greatest takeaways from your playing your character on 911 Lone Star?
There's two things, right? So like personally, obviously, you know, it was one of the biggest things that gave me confidence to come out to the world. So, you know, it's just being immersed into that environment and working with people that are so inclusive and welcome and loving and understanding, you know, and being in a Ryan Murphy world, you're surrounded by people that, you know, understand this and are open to this. You know, they're pretty much the trailblazers for all of this. And so that side of it has been incredible and has taught me so much about myself. And then I think from a work perspective, you know, it's like TK is, you know, it's like winning the lottery when it comes to characters. He's a very noble, big-hearted, genuinely good person. And you don't always get to play people like that, you know? And he obviously, you know, has his flaws, but overall, he's a really good person and really cares about people and wants to just straight up save people, you know, and take care of people and to be loved, and he wants to love. And I think from an actor's perspective, that is such a treat to play. And
For sure.
I love TK. You know, I love him as a human, and I love him as a character, and it's really lucky and fortunate to play someone like that.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, it's very inspiring to not only you, but the viewers to see you get to play a character that you really connect with. And it's overall, like, again, like we said, what we love about Pride Month is that it's super inspiring, and you're getting to do something that's very inspiring almost all the time, you know? So our next question we're going to go with is, when was the first time you saw yourself on screen?
So I actually had this conversation recently. I did a
big screen.
I did a big panel about being out in television, and this question was brought up. And you know, me growing up, I didn't see a lot of bisexual characters on screen, and I definitely didn't hear about any bisexual actors. So for me, it was actually a different medium. It was music, and I remember Frank Ocean coming out like it was yesterday, and there was a really insane split outpouring of negativity and support. And I remember he was one of the first people that pretty much declared that he was bisexual, and he was, you know, he was a superstar at the time. And I just remember it like it was yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know anybody else that had heard that. So it wasn't necessarily the screen, it was more music. But, you know, he's obviously also on screen too. He's such a superstar. So I think that was the first moment where I was like, oh my God, like I see myself in somebody, you know, in this sort of industry that we work. And it was Frank. And I think that like just connected me with his music so much more. And, you know, a lot of his lyrics make a lot of sense to me and are very personal. Yeah. And so I think that's sort of the first moment. But you know what's unfortunate is there's still not a lot of bisexual characters on whether it's television or film. And you know, I'd like to, you know, maybe be a voice to change that, and or maybe do it myself. So I'd like to see more representation in that realm for sure.
Yeah. No, and again, it's nice when you're able to see yourself on screen, and it's really great that obviously you yourself play this character, and how you live your life. Obviously, you're inspiring a lot of people, because we didn't see people that were like us. I didn't see anybody that was like me on TV. I mean, obviously, the only thing I really had now as I got older was Drag Race, but I wasn't even into drag yet. But I mean, just as like a gay male, you didn't really get to see a whole lot of representation. It made you scared and confused, because, you know, it kind of forced you to say, well, is how I feel, is this right? You know, but now we have so many people out there that's showing it's perfectly okay to be yourself. And I feel like there is a lot more representation out there now, but like you're saying, it's the work always needs to be done. There's definitely a lot more.
Yeah, always.
We could see a lot more. So that's the thing. Maybe 2021's the year and going on, right?
Yeah.
2020. We'll keep it moving. All right, my next question for you is, Why is LGBTQ plus education and support in schools, in the school systems, important? So why is LGBT, support in school systems important?
I mean, think about it. It's like everything we know as humans, we either learn it in schools or from our parents, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like trickles of influence from like, friends, but it's mainly in school. I mean, think about how much time we spend in school the first 18 years or 19 years of our life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if we're not educated in those super crucial moments of like evolving and being able to really soak in knowledge, then it can be really harmful. And it's like, it should be crucial. It should be a crucial part of the education system because, first of all, it's all over the world, right? It's people all over the world, and we need to learn about all different kinds of people because all we have is people. And if that's not a priority in school, then I don't know what should be. It's like, because school is supposed to, I guess, groom you for the real world. And if you go out into the real world and you're not being taught about what's actually out in the real world, it's going to be really, overwhelming. And I think that's how a lot of people go out the world with, a lot of ignorant thoughts or a lot of prejudice because they just weren't taught it and they don't know any better, which is really unfortunate. But if we could teach the next generation or the next generation about, what's actually out there and who's actually out there, I mean, it's essential. We have to teach that. And, it's crazy that we're even like debating if it should be part of the curriculum. It's like, obviously, of course,
For sure.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, it's crucial. I think it's crucial.
Again, it just kind of boils down to, visibility for a community that needs it. And, we have so many different colors and voices within just this one community that it's obviously still just very important to hear those voices. And especially, I just think in the school system, it's very important because, I feel like school now is like so different from when I was in like middle school or high school or anything like that. We didn't know. I learned nothing. I learned nothing about that. And I just feel like it, yes, right now it's a more open time, but again, like we've been talking about, there's always still not that open. There's still a lot of work to be done. And I think that, starting in the school system, I know a lot of people would have thoughts about that, where it being in the school system, but I mean, school is about education, and it's not only just education about like math and sciences, but I mean, educate yourself on how to treat people, people around you, and how to hear voices and to grow and learn from other people around you. So I think it's definitely very important for school.
I think learning about treating people with respect comes much more in handy than, advanced trigonometry, if I'm being honest.
Right.
So
literally.
Pretty damn
I'm like the only most of the math that we're using now is how to divide a bill and send it on Venmo. So there's that. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna give you your next question, babe. So your next question is, this is a big one. So you gotta think about it. Was there a defining moment for you as a member of the LGBTQ community? Was there any specific defining moment for you?
I just think the biggest thing is the whole, my entire like 2.5 years of, being part of this 911 Lone Star family, and again, I was, introduced to probably the most inclusive community when it comes to, filmmaking, which is the Ryan Murphy world. I don't think you could have asked for a better place to land when, you're trying to figure yourself out and trying to figure out, do I tell people about this? Do I keep it private? Do I tell my family? Do I tell my friends? And like the confidence and the comfort, and most importantly for me was the safety that I felt being in this world for 2.5 years. It was a no-brainer, and then obviously connecting with so many kids from the LGBTQ community all over the world, hearing what they're going through and hearing, how the show has affected them and how TK has affected them and how Carlos has affected them. I felt like it was almost my duty as someone with a platform and a voice to be completely honest with them and to share my truth, because they need to hear it, and they need somebody to pretty much be there for them, you know, even if it's someone through a phone screen. It's, you know, a lot of these kids feel alone and unseen and unheard, and it's a really
Yeah.
scary. I know personally what that feels like, because I was like that for a very long time. And I think that's definitely the biggest moment, hands down. And it's, you know, it's just, I think it's just so important to be, you know, transparent and honest with people right now. Right now more than ever, especially with the year that we just went through.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, honestly, just that, I guess, you know, at this point, like how you know we experience life, definitely having a much more elevated voice now is definitely so important, because you can reach so many more people
So
to
many.
really, you know, live your truth and just, you know, be another voice in the community. All right, your next question, my love, is, when you think of LGBTQ representation in Hollywood, what is something that comes to mind? So when you're thinking about LGBTQ representation in Hollywood, is there anything specific that comes to mind?
I think of sort of the trailblazers, you know, that have gotten us to where we are today, and the fact that we could, you know, even have these conversations so freely and almost, you know, encouraged to have these conversations. You know, the fact that we have shows like Pose, you know, and 911 Lone Star and you know, Love Victor, and you know, I think I immediately think about, you know, the Ryan Murphys, the Greg Berlantes, you know, these incredible people that create these stories that I don't think anybody else would have the courage or maybe the resources to do so. And you know, and then within that, they're employing thousands and thousands of people
Yeah.
throughout the years, you know, and they're employing hundreds and hundreds of people from the LGBTQ community. And you know, it's like we wouldn't be here without people like that, you know. And it took them nearly 20 years to get to this kind of place, you know, and the sacrifice and the time and the energy and you know, all the crazy stuff that they had to go through that we have no idea about. It's I think about people like that, you know, like being true trailblazers and authentic storytellers, because everybody wants to be seen and wants to be heard. And now that we can tell these stories finally with complete freedom, I think it's one of the most important things we could do right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Now, your last question is another big one, another big question. All right, take a sip. Chat. We're gonna do. We're gonna go just down to the comment section before we do our before we do. I want to thank everyone, obviously, for logging on to chat with us today before we wrap up. Thank you guys for all of the love in the comment section. Thank you guys for joining us for our happy hour. We hope you're having fun. We hope you had fun last week, next week, this week. So we're gonna do a little cheers. We're going to cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you guys again, obviously, for joining us. We hope you're having fun and enjoying this Pride Talk. Remember, obviously, we are two voices that, you know, you guys can hear from. If you're there's a lot of you guys out there. You don't even have to be a part of the LGBT community, but I mean, as long as you're being an ally to your loved one, that's very, very what is important. And we just, I mean, I want to thank you just on my own behalf. I want to thank you guys just for listening to us today, just for listening and tuning in and being respectful of our conversation. It means the world just to have you guys here to listen, because it's all about just like listening and learning to the voices, you know, especially during Pride Month. I mean, it's important all year round, but definitely during Pride Month. All your respect to just the voices of the community. We really appreciate it. So cheers to you in our happy hour. And we have our last question.
I also would like to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
In regard to Glisten, I would like to match, if we could get it up to $500, I would love to match $500 and send $1,000 to Glisten immediately.
That'll be amazing.
So if you guys would be willing to, even once the live is over, if we reach $500, I would gladly match $500 and send $1,000 to Glisten.
That's amazing of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this will be saved to the page, and as well we do have more information about Glisten. It will be in the Fox TV stories, and also if you guys are following me on Instagram, my Instagram is at Ariel Versace. Every time I post about these live videos, I have the fundraiser linked there as well to donate. So again, anything you guys can do, it's just a big help. Especially it's for the kids. And that means the world, especially obviously how we were just talking about education. And during Pride Month, it's very, very, very important. And that's very beautiful. Thank you for doing that matching donation. So if you guys, anybody that can donate, we really do appreciate your patronage towards the cause. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our last question, then we'll just do a kind of little fun 5-minute wrap up after that. So your last question again, this one's a little bit of a big one too. What is your hope for the future of diversity and inclusivity in Hollywood? So just what is your hope for, it doesn't have to be maybe long-term future, short-term future, just what is your hope as far as diversity in Hollywood?
So easier said than done, obviously, but
yeah. Right.
I really hope that we can get to a place where it's normalized and that it's almost like second nature, and whether it's, across the board. I just wish we could get to a place where it's just part of the industry, where there's no thought to it. It's just like, yeah, of course we should hire people like this.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of work, but we're definitely doing all the difficult work right now, and we have been doing all the difficult work to get to where we are. And again, it's like, I really highlight shows like Pose, because Pose would have never gotten made 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, you would have been excommunicated from the industry if you did something like that. So I just wanted to, I wanted to get to a place where it's normalized, where stories like TK's are normalized and we see it more often, where we see stories like Pose more often and it's normal, and we see stories like Love Victor more often and it's normal. So yeah, and I think we'll get there. I mean, I think that's a big thing that we're fighting for. And then just to be treated equally, and have equal opportunity and obviously equal pay for women. I can't believe we're still arguing over that. And it just everything, I just want it all to be normalized, and I think we'll get there. We just got to continue the super hard work, but it's worth every second for sure.
Yeah, it just all boils down, again, it's just the whole visibility and awareness factor. And I really think that is, from my own personal standpoint, I really just think that is what is most important during Pride Month, is not just the fact, yeah, of course there's the Pride parades, which are amazing, and there's Pride parties and everything like that. But I think that the main takeaway from Pride Month is, it's only 1 month out of the year, but I just think it's amazing that there is a time where we can get so much more visibility to the community. And I know it's only a month, but I think that at this point it's so important, and it's what we need, just to remind everyone again that there are these voices that need to be heard. And again, like you were saying, you haven't seen a whole lot of bisexual actors or characters on the screen. And again, just from you coming on here and talking about it, there's probably so many people in the comments section that relate to it, that you're just making their day, and you're making them feel, it's just about making people feel validated in the skin they're in. And I think that that's something that's really, really important about this month.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's one of my biggest reasons of coming out, and I told Variety when I did the whole interview, I said, listen, if we were living in this, kumbaya utopian world, I don't know if I would have been public. I'm actually a pretty private person, but like there is so much work to be done, and there's so many people that need to be validated and seen and heard and feel safe, that it's like, it's the least I could do. You know what I mean? And hopefully we get to a place where it is totally, utopian, but I mean, it's a long ways from now.
For sure, for sure. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on, taking the time and coming on this live today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your drink was fantastic. I hope you liked my glittery clavicles. Thank you guys. Thank you for answering all the questions so honestly and being here to talk to everybody. It means the world, obviously, for all of the commenters. They love you. So thank you for tuning in
Thanks, guys.
and being unapologetically you. Before I'm going to pause my chill music. Before you head out, is there anything else you just want to say, to the comment section or just in general about you or Pride Month or the show, anything like that?
I mean, they know I talk to these beautiful people every single day. I love you guys. Thank you, for the constant support. I see we're already almost at $400. So, you guys are very, very, very dedicated. So thank you. And then thank you for having me on. And it was such a pleasure.
No, of course, it was a pleasure. All right, well, everybody, we're going to say bye. Everybody, to say goodbye, I want everybody to comment a lovely rainbow in the comment section. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in today. I'm going to hang around a little bit after this conversation just to give you the information on Glisten again, and hopefully we can reach our $500 goal for the day. That would be amazing. That would put me... I would sleep lovely tonight if that would happen. And again, I want to thank you for that very generous offer. That's very beautiful. And of course, it means a lot for this organization and, just the school systems that they're helping. So thank you. Thank you for that. All right, so everybody, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your lovely cocktail and have a good Thursday. And everybody, make sure you guys are always tuning in. Bye, my love.
Bye.
Oh, well, he is peacing out. I'm going to go ahead and read you. All right, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see. Let me grab my chill music again. That was such an amazing interview. You guys, again, of course, here in our Fox TV cocktail hours, we just want to promote, inclusivity and positivity. And I can't thank you guys enough for all being so sweet in the comment section, not only supporting all these amazing actors that participate in all these shows, and myself, just, your New Jersey life-size stall drag queens. Thank you guys so much for hopping on here and listening to us. But before you head out, I just want to read a little bit more about Glisten one more time. So, we can really help out this organization. Again, we were talking about schools a little bit earlier, and I think that, especially, it's just such an important time when you're younger to hear voices just to uplift yourself. Because I know personally, I did not have that. And I think now I know how important it is, as well as he did. So I'm going to read a little bit more about Glisten. Oh, we raised it. I think we did. Here we go. We're at 610. Look at that. Yes, thank you, Ronen. Thank you. All right, you guys, we are at 30 donations, $610.85. That is incredible. Incredible. I love it. We're at 625.85. Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. All right, so I'm going to read, while we are donating, I'm going to read a little bit more about Glisten. So again, if you guys were just joining us or if you missed the beginning of the interview, this is everything that Glisten is all about. So for 30 years, Glisten has worked to create safe and affirming schools for all K-12 students, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. No young person should have to choose between their well-being and their education, which is very important in Glisten. So obviously it is about uplifting the youth through the school system, at a point when you're most vulnerable. So Glisten partners with students, schools, and educators and system leaders and communities in reducing victimization of LGBTQ plus youth and setting the course for a safer and more equitable future. Now, they have contributed to measurable improvements in the lives of LGBTQ plus students by combining advocacy, research, program development, and public education efforts at the national level, with local action driven by student advocates, their partnership with thousands of K-12 educators, and their network of local volunteer-led Glisten chapters. They have moved the needle, but not yet enough, which is why, we're talking about it today. And these donations are going to mean the world to not only me, myself, and to everybody that we're interviewing here at Fox, but, to the organization themselves. Over 40 Glisten chapters across the country are doing work in the states, cities, and towns. And the National Student Council advised Glisten programming and campaigns offer valuable insight to Glisten staff and board of directors. They share their stories with the leaders in the LGBTQ movement, from policymakers to media to donors. Their role as experts of their experiences bring depth into GLSEN's students' work to create inclusive K-12 schools for LGBTQ students and staff. So again, thank you guys so much for listening today about this organization. We have so far raised $653.85 over the course of 34 donations. I hope you guys enjoyed today's interview, and I hope you enjoyed last week's. We have a few more coming up before Pride Month ends, so I hope you guys are excited. If you're not already, make sure you are following Ronen, and make sure you're following Fox TV. I hope you guys already are. And if you want to go and follow myself, again, my name is Ariel Versace, and that is I'll put in the comment section for you guys right here. I'm gonna put Ronen's too. Obviously, you know Fox TV's because you're here, kiddos. We'll pin her for a second. If you are, I'm gonna pin this comment because I'm not sure if let me see. I just pinned my Instagram because if you go on my page as well, if you missed out on donating today, I have it linked on my profile too to donate to GLSEN and just follow Gal back because we're gonna have fun and it's Thursday. You know what I mean? No, but honestly, if you look in my post from last week, we're already raising money on that post as well. We're almost $200, I believe. So if you want to donate there too, that would be amazing. But thank you guys so much for all of your work today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your donations. It means the world to us. And we will see you shortly with another interview coming up next week to celebrate Pride and to celebrate LGBTQ plus voices. And most importantly, to have another little cocktail hour and have some fun because it's Pride Month. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.